Hi everyone, it's Carl, Track 13 News. I want to do a little unboxing today. We've got the Associated SC28, a little 128 scale short course truck. And I grabbed 3 of these. They're about $50 a piece, $49.99 at Tower. I bought 3 of them and then I got a coupon for like 23 bucks off being a Super Saver member, so you know, $7 off that, so they were about $43 a piece. And I ordered them. I kind of lucked out and ordered, I pre-ordered about a week before I got them, which was yesterday or the day before yesterday, and they were already out of them again. So I think they sold a lot for Christmas, and I'm really enjoying it. If you can see in the background, I have a carpet track in my basement. This is a Track 13. Actually, Track 13 is basically anywhere you're at doing RC is Track 13. So I'm gonna get this out of the box, just give you my first impressions of it, and then I'm gonna do some speed tests with the radar gun down here and some jumps. All right, so we're back. This is what came in the box. You got your remote. Opens up. If you notice, it's the plug to charge the car is actually in the remote, and it actually secures right there. But good luck getting that back in there ever again. So convenient. Normally, I would like a removable battery and just use my charger, but you know, this is a toy. You've got some stickers that go on back here, and really it's to identify which one's yours since they're identical. They have the same numbers. What I like, you know, you've got some advertising material, some remote control certification, Chinese vendor, and then we've got instructions. How to bind, basically turn the remote on first, and wait for the blinking lights. So it looks like you can get some spare suspension parts and body mounts, a painted body, tires, the actual whole chassis, or a clear Lexan body. And actually, this body is great. And my fingers are never nimble enough for these pins. But I'm not sure if it's Lexan or not. Could be PVC, but it is solid. It really is. If you notice, we've got one body mount up front and one on the back that kind of pivots. And then you've got just your suspension, a couple springs. They are pivot mounted, so, and there's just flex in the front arms. It is 2-wheel drive. Your brush motor's back here, and you know your ESC battery. So your ESC and receiver are actually one electronic unit running the show. There's a battery installed there. You plug your controller in there. So let's get these batteries loaded up. So it hasn't bound to the receiver yet, so it's blinking. You turn it off. Make sure this is off. Plug that in. You should see green, When the green goes off, it's fully charged. Doesn't take too long. It might be 40 minutes. So what I'm gonna do while that's charging is I'm going to take these and run them in my track. I put up some road rails, and I've been using it for jumps until I actually make some more contoured little whoops. And then I'm gonna get my radar gun out and do some speed tests to see how fast these go. My daughters, 5 and 3, had a great time with them earlier. They're sturdy. You know, one thing that's interesting is this body mount here. The bodies always seem to be kind of a little bit off, and when they came out of the package, they really were quite, well, it had a slant to it. And really, I just kind of bent that back a little bit and bent this front one, and it's all plastic in there, so you want to be real careful. But I do believe that it is actually part of the balance and suspension system. Obviously, it's not part of the suspension, but how it will pivot just a little bit, I believe, is actually a pretty unique way to keep that vehicle balanced. So for the size, I mean, the scale on this body is awesome. This really is a fun little truck, and we'll see how fast it goes. Okay, we'll do first red, then blue to test. I don't know, I felt like one of them was faster than the other one, but I guess we'll see. So I'm just going to tuck that cord back in there, close that, and we're good. So. One for getting ready. Now, below 10 miles an hour, that speed meter's doesn't guarantee its accuracy. But I'm thinking 10 is what we're getting. Yep. We'll try blue one. So red 10, and I'll check the video later, but when I was glancing down, that's what I thought I saw. It was a little loose. I don't know if you can see this, but I don't know. It feels a little loose, and the battery's a little offset more than I'd like. So I'm gonna tweak that a little, and So that does 10, and actually this blue one's the one that I thought went faster, but it feels a little loose, so I'm gonna have to figure out why that is. It will traction roll on you if you're not careful. So 10 miles an hour is what I would say. And the other side, it's got some, those are pretty tall. See if I can navigate through stuff I got over here. Got a little traction roll there. Hey Lacey, will you help her with her car? Will you flip it over? That was crazy.